Hi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's recording.
Okay, so morning, guys.
Morning.
Welcome, Ryan. So the purpose of this meeting, as I mentioned before, it's the health and safety participation for WSIB, right? For the program that we're in. And this is our third topic, and it's the health and safety participation standard that we're going to go through. Josh, Raheem, you guys are just here for the 15 minutes, and then because you guys are new, so I'm just going to go over the policy with you, and then you guys could go. But the others have to do the training and the quiz at the end, okay? So I gave you guys some surveys, right, before? The health and safety survey?
Yeah.
We took it into consideration, right? And that's why we're doing more safety talks and so forth, which is helpful, right?
Yeah.
The goal is to try to do more and include more of what you guys are doing on the road in terms of tools that you use and so forth, so you know the safety, even if it's just simply how to cut, like using the knife.
Okay.
Like it's part of safety, right? So we took, as I said, your suggestions in play, and I know Chris had a meeting with you guys in regards to the survey. I wasn't there, so I hope it was helpful.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna go through this now. So the purposes of this is to get more participation in health and safety. I know you guys are open and letting me know what the issues are. So I have no doubt that you guys will be doing that. We'll continue to do that. So I just wanted to go through some internal paperwork that we have that are posted on the communication boards. And does everybody know where the communication board is? Because you went through this the last time.
Chris's office.
Yes. So I know you guys, we go through the topics like the policies and stuff, but you guys need to refresh your memory, go back there and look on some of those policies, right? And it's good for you too. So as you know, with the occupational health and safety, there's an awareness program, awareness training that we have to do, as I mentioned, every year. And it's just to remind you of the things that you can do to make it safe. And it's gonna go through your rights as an employee. So the rights to know, the rights to participate, and so forth. So it's gonna go through all of that, right? The idea is also to get managers to participate. So when you guys put your suggestions forward, it's not being thrown, under the table or not noticed, right? So some internal policies that we have are the health and safety policy, the health and safety statement. We have the handbook that I know you guys probably don't even remember that we have. So when you employees start, we give this out. And this has a whole bunch of stuff inside. And I'll just reiterate what's in there. So they have the duties of joint health and safety. They have employee rights and refusal of unsafe work. They have hazard recognition and reporting procedure, injury and incident reporting, workplace violence reporting, return to work. That's part of participation, right? Emergency response plan, it's part of health and safety. PPE, ergonomics, so it's for everyone. Office staff, they have their chairs and all that stuff, but even for you guys driving, that's part of it. And the musculoskeletal disorder, all that stuff is inside your work. Okay, so we have the joint health and safety policy. We have training records to show that we are doing the training. Workplace inspection sheets. Have you guys ever checked it out? Looked at the work inspection sheets when it's being done?
What do you mean?
Have you guys even looked at it? Because when it's done, like when we do the inspections every month, every month we do inspections.
Okay.
I usually post it on where the punch clock is.
Yeah.
So those are topics that we go through, right? So take a moment to go through it to see what's happening and what we're doing. Because as I said, I'm taking whatever you're saying into account, and we're trying to get things done. For example, somebody suggested the tow mirror. We bought it, right? It's there.
Yeah.
So it's just for you guys to continue doing that. And to see that we are taking your suggestions seriously. Okay? And it's to improve, right? This program is to improve that. So the policy goes through like participation, what it means, the definitions, questionnaires like the surveys that I gave you from before. So just to get some participation as well, I will give out surveys just to get an idea of what we need to do and, to improve or even continue to do. So those things will be given out. Peer observation is what I'm asking you guys to do. So if you're seeing that, hey, a peer is not following or needs more training on something, let us know. You're not trying to throw anybody under the bus, right? It's us helping each other be safe. So I'm going to go through the guidelines for communication. So Highline encourages open communication and recommends a health and safety concern from all levels. So open communication and recommendations are essential for meaningful participation to provide an accident-free, productive work environment. So employees who voice or identify health and safety concerns will not be subject to reprisal or retaliation. Okay? Employees should inform managers of any matter that perceived to be an actual or potential workplace hazard. So you know how before we were saying that you go to your worker representative? The first person you need to inform is your manager, because we need to get the managers more involved and to take these things into account. So that's our goal right now, okay? So talk to your managers first, and then the managers are the one that's supposed to come to us as health and safety rep or even employer, and to take those concerns into account, okay? Communication can be written or verbal, or it could be anonymous if you feel the need to, because we have that yellow box back there. You could put your suggestions in. Health and safety concerns will be reviewed by Joint Health and Safety Committee and employer. Employer will initiate an investigation on each report and potential hazard. That's the goal. Feedback and concerns and recommendations can be written to the Joint Health and Safety, will be written via Joint Health and Safety minutes or verbal to employees to show that their concerns are being heard and addressed. Health and safety information and fact sheets posted on the communication boards for you guys to review. Okay? Let me hide the answers here. So some posters that you'll see on the back there or on the communication board is this. This tells you the internal responsibility system. Who does what? So it starts from, so everybody is responsible for health and safety, right? In the workplace. So it starts from the employer following the compliance from the law, right? And then the supervisors, managers, and then the Joint Health and Safety Committee and the employees. So you'll see this back there, so you could take a look at that, okay? You will also find, I purchased these for you guys' trucks. You guys have them, right? These two here are for in here. So I'll place one in the lunchroom, and there's one that's gonna be by Frank over there, okay? There's also the Joint Health and Safety members. We didn't have this before. I think it would be good to just, post a picture so you know who's a part of the Joint Health and Safety Committee, or contact information. So if you want to contact any one of us, it's there. All right, so this is found on both communication boards as well. The meeting minutes that I told you is going to be posted there, and I post them, before I post them on the communication boards in the back for you guys, I post them by the punch clock so you know that we did meet, and you know that Joint Health and Safety meets every 3 months, right? And the inspection sheets. So some training that we're gonna do is, so the mandatory training, which is this for the workers, and the supervisors were given training as well. They have until today to finish it. So there is a worker representative 4-step, which you're gonna do today, and then the supervisor training on awareness 5-step for supervisors, okay? And then another mandatory training that we have to do is the WMIS, okay? So any other update that comes from government that we need to get done, like MOL or whoever, gonna add that to it too. So if this need revision, I'll add that as well. So employer's duty is to review and implement the safe practices to foster participation and increase it. And managers are to host a meeting, engage with workers during formal and informal meetings and discuss about safety. Notes will be taken and kept, right? So we could address those concerns. I mentioned questionnaires and interview. That's how I'll get you guys to help me help you, type of thing when I do give these to you. And then for workers, peer observation. So employees receive feedback from his or her coworker, can be learned from experience. Peer observation can be used during risk assessment. So I know you guys do risk assessment at the back on your work order, or you should be. You guys need to improve on that. So if you're going to a site and you see that, hey, there's potential hazard here, on the work order at the back it says
technician hazards or something
hazards, yes.
Like
so
that.
Please put more information. If you can put more information, the better for us. And if we have to provide like whatever equipment, right, to assist with this, put it there. All right.
Before detail the tick. Now is we have the load.
Now you have. Before it was tick, but people were. I don't know what the issue was, but apparently it wasn't working, right?
Because everybody turned it over and just put a line down all the no's.
Yep.
No matter the job.
No matter what it is,
And
so that doesn't help us.
It could have been you on 1 foot off a balcony hanging over 40 stories up, and it would be working at heights? No.
Right? So that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
Thanks
And it
for
was,
sharing that.
I filled it out. It was, they didn't, yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay, thanks for sharing that,
I
Ryan.
fucking did it too, so I can't say anything. I was one of the people
So
doing
the reason why they now you know why the reason why they changed it, right?
Yeah.
So now just put like, please, this is helping us, right? Participate. It's your rights, right? Just do it. Let us know. So for manager, so employers' responsibility is to foster a workplace culture safe, right? With appropriate leadership, provide education and training, which we're doing right now. Establish methods to increase workers' participation. So this is what we're working on. And to supply effective strategy to manage occupational health and safety concerns. So for managers is to participate in training requirements, participate in implementing best practices and evaluation of hazards, conduct health and safety meetings, be accountable for the health and safety of employees under their supervision, encourage open communication and active participation from employees, and taking notes when you guys give your concerns to them, provide your concerns, ensure that workers are following and participating in using the best practices established, and ensure that machinery and everything is inspected and safe for employees to work, just to be in compliance, right? Nobody wants to hear that anybody got themselves hurt or didn't make it home. We don't want that, right? So your participations are very important. So for me, I have to make all these policies and get all this thing going, provide education and training, and encourage participation, and joint health and safety committee is to basically encourage the same thing and stimulate awareness of health and safety issues, listening to employees' complaints and concerns and suggestions, and participate in investigation, right? So if you say it's safe, unsafe to do our work, we have to, when you tell your manager, the manager let us know, and then we have to do an investigation, okay? And those work orders that I'm telling you about to put the hazards at the back is important. Workers to attend the training, right? Know your rights. And follow the best practices established. Take hazard concerns directly to manager, as I mentioned, and participate in health and safety surveys. Okay? So with that being said, does anybody have any questions?
No.
No? Okay. So that's it for the policy. So Josh and Raheem, you're welcome to excuse yourselves.
Oh, are you guys going to get coffee?
Okay, so gonna play the training for you, and I'll be sitting here because it's gonna ask you some questions in between, and then at the end we're gonna have to do the quiz. Okay? So I'm gonna turn off the lights. Nobody go to sleep.
I have a problem watching TV. I fall
No
asleep.
sleeping. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead.
That's why I wear a hat. You don't know, buddy.
So Mel, I'm gonna ask you. I don't want to play the whole thing because it's
Pause
gonna
it.
be too much. So what I'm gonna wait. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna start it first,
Yeah.
and then like maybe I'll signal you to just
When there's a
stop
couple
it
minutes
because,
left, start
yeah,
it back up. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's too long.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Training for Ontario workers. This course. Welcome to Health and Safety Awareness Training for Ontario workers. This course is intended to introduce workers to the importance of occupational health and safety and to inform you of individual rights and responsibilities in the
Better,
workplace. This training course covers the minimum requirements set by the Occupational Health and Safety Awareness and Training Regulation in Ontario. This course is useful for all workers in Ontario, as well as employers, supervisors, and health and safety representatives or joint health and safety committee members. Throughout this course, you may pause at any time to take notes or return to a previous slide in order to review. At the end of the course is a final quiz. You must complete the quiz in order to receive your certificate of completion. You will be asked scenario and review questions throughout the course. These questions do not apply to your final grade, but are meant to help you reflect on the material you have learned. The information used to create this training program was compiled from a variety of public sources and subject matter experts, in addition to excerpts from the legislation as referenced throughout the course. This course is not intended to provide legal advice, but is intended as a guide to help employees understand their rights and responsibilities